Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Wandering Joe's Fly Fishing. On today's episode, I kind of want to explain where I've been. It's been a couple weeks since I put out an episode, and I've been fishing, the content hasn't been enough for a singular episode. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to cram my last 3 trips into one video and sort of like talk you through how the day went, different struggles, different things, and come to the realization that in Virginia we're still kind of in winter, although hopefully in the next couple weeks that's not the case. So let's start with day 1. On this day I drove about 2 hours south, and I went to a place where I have seen other YouTubers go, and so I decided that I wanted to try it out myself. And once you get into this particular park, you have to check out this view. Once I actually parked my car and got to the place where I was going to walk down the trail, I saw this sign that kind of freaked me out for a hot minute. So, I have bear mace. I just did not bring it with me on this particular adventure. Fortunately, I didn't run into any bears, and it's still winter time, so they might still be hibernating some. But on the trail, on the way down to the creek, the 6/10 of a mile, I was whistling and singing Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones because that's the only thing I could think of. Now, once I finally got there, I found this incredible hole. Man, this thing looks so fishy. The really unfortunate part was that I couldn't get any access to it. And the reason, which you'll see in the next clip, is that along the creek side, it is walled full of mountain laurel. I was covered in it. Now this creek is absolutely amazing. There is hole after hole after hole after hole after hole, and I have to say that I plan to come back here to fish better than I did this time. Now, there were some conditions that were impacting this. There was a cold front coming in because we got our first and only snow, at least in my local area, the very next day. However, I did manage to catch one, and here he is.
I got one. Oh man. Come here, come here, come here. Haha. Nice. Nice. All right. Look at the colors on this guy. Man, beautiful. Off he goes. So all you guys saw was this rock, and all of a sudden I hooked a fish. But look at this deep pool. I saw this back here when I got stuck and had to break off, but he was right in here, and I just jigged that little leech, and all of a sudden, boom, he took it.
So on the next trip fishing, about a week later, I decided to go to a creek that I haven't been to since the very beginning of this channel. We're talking the first 5 videos. It's in there somewhere. Because I just wanted to check it out and see how it was doing and see if it was fishable, and do some recon on it. And I have to say that on my second hole, something really incredible happened.
Got him. Lost him.
Now, before I threw a dry fly and lost this guy, I saw him rising to things. And I was like, man, is today going to be a really cool day? And true to YouTube fashion, the next trout I caught, I wasn't recording for. But check these guys out.
Well, guys, as always, missed it, but I caught this really nice rainbow on a dry fly. Boom. Got another one. Another rainbow. All right. Oh man, how nice to catch dry flies right now. How awesome is that? Look at that guy. How pretty. How pretty. Boom, gone.
So now we have one hooked and two caught on a dry fly. So I'm like, dry flies? Dry flies? And so I get to my next hole, I throw a dry fly out there, and I get rejected.
Ooh. Oh no, did I lose my fly? Did not, but I got hit.
And so I wasn't sure whether I spooked this guy or not, so I tied on a hot-headed pheasant tail and as a dropper, and I threw it out there, and man, he took it.
Got him. Got him. Got him. Alright guys, we're gonna put him back in the same hole he came from. Oh, how beautiful. Oh. Cool.
So now at this point in time, I think it's going to be a fantastic day. Raw! I fished another 1.5 miles of creek. I had some fish toy with me. They would come up for the rises but didn't take it. They would slap at it. They would do all sorts of different things. And I was super frustrated. At the end of this day, what I did find was like this cliff face. And at the bottom of this cliff face, an incredible hole. And would you believe it, trout rising. So, I scooted myself down this ravine. I threw my dry fly out there, and sure enough, one of them took it.
Got him. Totally Totally worth the hike down here. Excellent.
So, this brings us to day 3. I decided to go back to that creek that I had gone to on day 2 because I figure, like, it's spring. Dry flies, dry flies, dry flies. And so I went there with the intent, like, it was overcast and / sunny, you know, same sort of mix that it was on this day. Temperature was about the same. No real significant differences. I intended to hit those other holes that, like, the trout came up and rose to, but didn't hook them. And this happened. And that was it. That was it. There were no other rises. I switched nymphs, rainbow warriors, pheasant tails, even had a lively legs on there for a hot minute. I switched dry flies, Adams, Mr. Rapidan, caddis, stimulator, right? Nothing. Nada. And so what this tells me is that, like, we are almost out of winter. We are not quite in spring, but it's still incredible and really fun to catch any fish at this moment in time on dry flies, you know? So here's the plan moving into the future. I plan to go back to creek number 1. On Facebook, I had put a post out there about suggestions for a small stream rod. I have a Lefty Cray Pro 2 2-weight 8-foot fly rod, and it is my main squeeze for small creeks. However, I think I want something shorter, like a 6'6", and I've never had a fiberglass. So I'm thinking about my 6'6" being a 3-weight and being a fiberglass, and I got tons of comments and tons of help. The amazing part was some of those people knew what creek I was at, and they gave me like loads of pointers and loads of help. And so today is Wednesday. I plan to go there Friday. It's supposed to be in the 70s the next 2 days. I think it might be a really good day. So we'll find out. I have some other things down the pike. By the way, I know about the first creek I went to because I saw someone fly fish in a YouTube video. And so what I want to highlight is stop putting the names of creeks in videos. I mean, you know, I'm going to do a whole series on hot spotting. I'm going to go to places that people have posted publicly just to show you I've never been here before. This I found in a YouTube video. This is why you don't do this. It's a soapbox for another day. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you got this far, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And as always, take care of yourselves. Be well. And I will definitely see you on the next one.